And as we're at the very beginning of this call, please just unmute if you don't mind and give us your name or where you're streaming in from. We'd love to hear. Just unmute and tell us your name or where you're streaming in from. I'm streaming in from Houston, Texas by way of planet Earth. I am very grateful to be on the call. Who else do we have out there? Just unmute and give us your name or where you're streaming from.
This is Bridget from Kingston, Jamaica.
Hey, BB, my dear sister and friend. Welcome from Kingston,
Jordan
Jamaica.
From St. Thomas, Jamaica.
Welcome from St. Thomas. So we have Kingston and St. Thomas. We have Houston, Texas. Who else do we have out there?
Hey, hey, hey. Mandeville won't be left out. This is Sonia from Mandeville, Jamaica.
All right, so Jamaica showing out great today. Wonderful. 3 areas in Jamaica, 1 area in Houston. What else do we have out there?
Hello, everybody. This is Gabby from the United Kingdom.
Welcome from the United Kingdom, Gabby.
The Queensland, not the Kingsland, actually.
The Kingsland.
The Kingsland.
All right. Welcome from United Kingdom.
Thank you very much.
Afternoon, everybody. Victor chiming in from Kingston, Jamaica.
Jamaica giving us a big shout out today. Thank you very much for showing up big time, Jamaica. Who else do we have out there? Give us your name or where you're streaming in from. We want to hear from you. We have the United Kingdom, we have Houston, we have Jamaica. I see we have some people on here from Nigeria. Welcome to the call as well. Welcome, my brother Bright. Let me just rename Miss Buckner. Okay. And who else do we have out there? Anyone else who wants to go ahead and give us your name or where you're streaming from? We have Jamaica, we have Nigeria, we have the United Kingdom. Where else do we have? All right, so let's go into it. All right, so this is the Road to Legend call. The purpose of this call is for us to grow and develop to the extent where we can earn a residual income of $10,000 per month. You know, as we, this is our 4th in a series of calls, 4th week in a series of calls that are geared towards sharing tips and strategies that will help us to be able to improve the growth of our team, okay, or ultimately growth of our team. That's the ultimate objective. The ultimate objective is for us to be able to get to the point where your team is large enough, where you as a leader, you're earning $10,000 per month and higher. And one of the key things that will allow for us to do that is for us to develop our own skill set to be able to recruit more effectively and to be duplicating that. So we went over a number of different areas over the last couple of weeks that we've been doing this training series. And we started focusing on piquing interest, which we did it live on the call. And we also have the video presentations that we use. We also do Zoom launches as well and some physical meetings. And then last week, we did some 3-way conference calls. And some of the individuals that you heard do the 3-way calls, you heard some of them commit to making their payments to get registered and so forth. And this past week, we've had new members come aboard our team. So our team is growing. PS3 works, peak interest, show the plan, 3-way calls. So we have gone through a process known as show, shadow, and now we're going to duplicate. We're going to show, and last week and the week before, I've been showing us what it is that we should do. I've been showing us in real terms what we should do on a call. So today, we want to do some shadowing. What does that mean? What we want to do today is that I want for hopefully as many of you as possible will be willing to participate. But if you are in a situation where you can be on a laptop with your Zoom and turn on your laptop with your Zoom and to be able to listen to us and for us to also hear you, and then have your phone free so that you could use your phone and make a prospecting call by inviting someone to take a look at the opportunity and allow us to listen to you so that we can make some improvements in how we're going to do that. So that's the whole idea of shadow. Show, I already did them. I did them live. I made several calls in front of those who have participated before, and you heard what I said, and I shared with you, tips and strategies as to how to go about doing that more effectively. But one of the key things with coaching and being able to do well is the willingness to make mistakes. You have to be willing to make mistakes. And I like that word, mistakes, making incremental steps towards accomplishing key and excellent success. Somebody could type that in the chat for me. It's an acronym that I created some years ago. It's in my book. Mistakes, M-I-S-T-A-K-E-S. Somebody type that in the chat. Making incremental steps towards accomplishing key and excellent success. Hopefully you're putting that down in your notes, right? So mistakes is the mother of learning. If you're not willing to make mistakes, you're going to limit your success. You have to be willing to make mistakes. And those of us who are bold enough to do it publicly so that you can be given guidance on improving and doing it better, then you make even more progress. So I want to just commend that individual or individuals that will be willing to do this, for them to make the call. Now, it's going to be difficult. It's not going to work if you're making the call and you're on Zoom at the same time on the same instrument. You have to be on different instruments. So you have to either have two phones, or so you're on Zoom with one, you leave it open so that we can hear you, and then you use your other phone to make the call and you put it on speakerphone so that we can hear what you're saying and what your prospect is saying, so that we can offer you some guidance to improve the outcome. Okay, coaching is active. One of the main reasons for inactivity is inactivity. We have to do the steps. And, one of the things about making these prospecting calls, sometimes we feel a little anxious about doing them, or, we overthink it. We start to think, well, what, the person is going to say this, they're going to think that, they're probably not going to be interested. We come up with a lot of different reasons why we believe the person would not be interested in the opportunity. And there's no way for us to know that. There's no way on this planet that we're going to know if someone is interested or not, unless we actually ask them. So here's what we're going to do. We're gonna make a couple of calls. So who out there, raise your hand or just come off mute if you want to be the first person to give this a shot, where you're going to just make a call live in front of the rest of us so that we can learn from you, and also we can offer some advice in terms of improving it to get a better result. So who's going to be the first person to jump off mute and do this? I'd love if everybody participated, but I know that's not likely to happen. But if you can just come off mute, anyone who's going to come off mute and do that with us today. And as the first person summons up the courage to do that, and I love that word courage. Another word that I created an acronym for: continuously overcoming until realizing all goals expected. Continuously, continuously overcoming you until realizing, right? All G goals E expected. Continuously overcoming until realizing all goals expected. So we have to keep overcoming our fears. We have to keep overcoming those things that are hindering us and obstructing us from being able to achieve the goals that we have set for ourselves. Most of us, I'm sure, here would want to earn a $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 per month income. But a lot of people allow the fear of making these calls, or the fear of what people think are going to say, and and also just the uncomfortable feeling associated with doing it. A lot of us restrict ourselves and hold ourselves back, right? So let me start. Let me jump over there and say, Ms. Buckner, are you able to make the first call to a prospect live in front of the rest of us here on your phone, and for us to be able to hear you? Are you in a position to do that? Miss Buckner over in Jamaica.
Hi
All
there,
right.
Dr. Harry Benjamin. Thank you for putting me on the spot. I love it. Let me look in my phone and see what I can do. Give me 5 minutes. If someone will go first, I will jump in shortly.
All right. So Bridget is going to be one of those that's going to call live for the rest of us to learn from and hear how that goes. All right. So let me jump to Dr. Copeland. Dr. Copeland, are you in a situation where you could unmute your mic and then make a call on your phone so that we could hear what you're saying in the background?
Yes, sure.
All right, wonderful. All right, so this is how the invitation should go. You know, of course, you know, you've heard it done before, but for those who have not, I see we have a couple of new names here. Basically, you know, piquing someone's interest is pretty simple. You know, there is, you know, some of us do it with a principle of, you know, be in a hurry, show value, take it away. Right? That's generally how it's done. Be in a hurry, show value, take it away. But you know, you can also, when you know, before you actually start speaking to the person, you just ask them how they're doing. You know, how is their family or how are things going with them? So give them a chance to tell you, you know, what's going on there. And then what I generally do is I ask you, you know, do you have a minute? A quick minute. This won't be a long call. Do you have a minute? And if they say yes, they have a minute, I say, okay, great. And then I would present a value proposition. If I have some idea what is going on in a person's life, you know, like for example, I know for those who live in Nigeria, the economic situation there is very challenging. You know, I say to them, hey, guess what? You know what? With what's going on in the economy right now, with the Naira losing so much value, you know, are you open to earning some additional US dollar income with what's happening in the country? And of course, most people are going to say yes, of course, with what's happening in the country. Or you live in Jamaica and you say, man, look, inflation has been very high. You notice the Jamaican dollar keeps losing value. You know, I have an opportunity where you could earn some US dollars. Would you like to take a look at it? You know, so some value, or you know something about the individual living, you know, let's say here in the US, and you know, look, you know, things have been challenging. You know, they have been fighting to go forward, but it's not been easy. You ask them, look, you know, are you open to earning some additional income? All right. So very simple. So Dr. Copeland, you could just go ahead and unmute for us and make the first call so that we could hear you.
Right. So first of all, you know, to all the other participants, good day. Hope you're having a great day. All right. So I have placed a call to Richard. And so he's on standby. So are you hearing me, sir?
I could hear you clearly. You can go ahead.
Okay, right. Hey, Richard, how are you? How have you been? Okay. Okay, right. Yes. So, Richard, I know you are tracking carefully what has been happening in the economy, in fact, in the macro economy. And right, yes. And perhaps you do have some concerns?
Yes, most certainly. You know, I'm concerned about this topic of our currency. You know, as it relates to the you know, to the US dollar. You know how would it?
Oh, good. Yes. So I see you are a thinker. And in fact, we can relate, you know, many of us can relate to that, you know, movement in the foreign exchange market and so on. What if I share with you an opportunity for you to have a potentially steady flow of income, you know, that would not sort of have you sitting on edge all the time? Would you be interested to take a listen to how that could be?
Yeah, most certainly.
Oh, okay, right. So so then, Richard, we want to tell you about trading. Trading is a skill that really outfits you for life. And I'm sure you're hearing a lot about trading stocks and indices and foreign exchange, you know, and so on. So that is a skill set that I'm really sharing with everybody who wishes to listen and to really take a look at what we're doing. And yes, Richard.
I'm interested.
Yes.
Please.
Say that again.
Yes, I'm interested.
You're interested. Okay.
Yes, I am.
Alrighty. So I am going to send you some information, and I really need you to respond as quickly as possible, but certainly before the end of business tomorrow, so that I can we can move ahead to get you started right away. Thank you for taking my call. Thank you, Richard. Okay. Over.
All right, Doc, congratulations on doing that call. Right, because I know that you know, doing these prospecting calls are not as easy as, you know, sometimes think, right? So I really want to celebrate you for doing that, right? So so let's look at it. So well, firstly, you know, well done on, you know, identifying the challenge with what's going on with him in terms of the economy, right? So that's good. And then just off the top, just to share with you that the area that I saw that what I generally do is that I tighten it up. You know, I tighten it up and say to them, look, you know,
Okay,
when can you watch a 24-minute video presentation?
Yes.
After they said that, because he said that he was interested in addressing the issue with not having enough money, with the concern with the devaluation of the dollar. Another thing that I think you needed to mention is that you have an opportunity for him to earn US dollars. Because I think that's an important part in the solution, yes, as opposed to yes, income.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Because, you know, income is could be another business in Jamaica, earn Jamaican dollars. But when we can help somebody to earn additional US dollar income, it puts them at an advantage. So
that's true. Yes.
Yeah, so if we're not mentioning that, we're leaving out a key part of what's going to cause people to be more interested in joining us. Okay.
Understood, sir. Yes.
All right. The other thing that is in terms of when we say to them, you know, I really need for you to, it sends the message to them that, you know, you're seeking something, which we are seeking something out of the deal, but it means that you need for them to do something, as opposed to, you know, I would say to them, look, when can you set aside time to watch a 24-minute video, if I know that's what I'm sending them, so that I can give you a chance to meet one of the top leaders who's doing very well in our community, so you can ask your questions and your concerns. So we want to move them from just simply, remember, let's just go back, all right? We shot and we duplicate today, but remember, what do we do first, Doc? What's the first step of this?
Yes.
Peak interest. And then we're going to do what?
Show the presentation.
And then we're going to do what?
The three-way call.
Right. So you didn't set him up for the three-way call at the end. You
no, I didn't. Yes.
Started.
Yeah.
So you went straight to it, which is fine. You know, to look, when we, you know, as soon as he finished got the information, because he says he's interested, but he hasn't said that he wanted to get started because he hasn't seen anything yet. So you want to go into the call with setting up the three-way call. So peak interest means you find out, which you did well, to find out if he's interested in making more money because of what's going on in the country. And he did say, yes, he is looking for a way to stabilize things. Then you should move directly now into showing the presentation. So look, I'm going to send you a 24-minute video that you can watch. After you finish watching it, I'm going to give you a chance to meet one of the top leaders in our community You know, so if you, when are you gonna watch it? And they tell you, okay, I'm gonna watch it today. All right, I'm gonna see if we can introduce you to the leader tonight. So that way on the three-way call, we can flesh out, you know, what's going on, if he's interested, what questions he has. And then we can go ahead now and get him registered after or set the time that he's gonna get started. Okay? Well, well done, Doc.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thanks for the pointers.
Right. So great. Well, I really want to commend you for being willing to make that call. You want to do a second one?
Yes, I'll do a second one, but could somebody go before me? Let me just check my
Check through your contacts. All right.
contact.
Richard, are you ready now?
Well, I've reached out to a few people on WhatsApp and no one has responded. So the best I could do is just do a random call and see what happens.
Yeah, let's try it. It's a roll, man. If somebody answers, the rest of us keep quiet. All right. So
Phone is ringing.
We can't hear it.
Wait, it's just ringing. No call yet. Now, are you specifically, Doc, wanting a certain invite or just my kind of invite?
It doesn't matter really. Okay. It's just doing it because you know.
No, because it's training. I didn't know if you wanted the invite to show the video. I usually invite to a session.
Send them the video. That's the invite to have them watch the video because that's the easiest one for us to be able to get
for most people. Right. I'm not getting anybody on that number there. Let me try another number. I typically when I do an invite, I create a very small private session is what I normally do. But I understand for the majority of people that's intimidating, so the video is the easiest thing. Let me see. Let's try this one. Hang on.
Yeah, but I know those who were able to hear Dr. Copeland, you guys benefited greatly because, you know, making that call is where a lot of us kind of stall. We either don't make the calls or we don't make enough of them, or when we make them or we make a mess of it, we slow down or we stop. And so, you know, hearing Dr. Copeland do that, I know it's going to help you guys a lot to overcome a little bit of that hump of making those calls because really, it's a function of numbers. The more people you call, you're going to find those who are interested. It's not so much about the specific person. It's really just making the calls. If you make enough calls, you'll find those who are interested in being a part of what we're doing. If you don't make enough calls, you tend to struggle. And we're going after big goals here, big incomes. So you're going to have to make a significant number of calls if that's going to happen. But keep going, BB. You know, somebody will answer.
We'll see. Here, let's try this one. Let's see. Not sure. People might be en route from church or cooking or whatever. Let's see.
Go to the next one. You know, so what I do is I just go from one name to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next until somebody picks up.
Let's see. Call this guy who was interested in safety trade. Let's see.
All righty.
Well, come back to me then, Doc.
All right, great. All right. So Dr. Copeland, you ready to try the next one? All right. Okay, so with Dr. Copeland did one. Is there anyone else who wants to jump off mute and give it a shot? Garby, Jordan, Victor.
Right. Victor does a lot of calls like these.
All right, Doc, go ahead. You want to do the second one, do the next one?
Is Victor able to go ahead?
He hasn't acknowledged.
Victor, are you on? Let me try.
All right, so.
All right, I'm placing a call.
I'm traveling like public transport. The reason why I haven't, but as soon as I reach my destination, I'll definitely do a call. No problem.
Okay, Doc, roll.
Okay, I'm placing a call, but the party has not picked up yet.
Okay.
So somebody else could go in the meanwhile.
All right. Okay. All right. So, so Doc, thank you for that one that you did earlier was really great. And
Yes.
BB, Bridget, are you getting through? And for us to be able to hear your attempt?
No, I haven't. Not so far. I just was dialing something else. But I actually, apologies, I actually have to run for 2:30, and it's now 2:32. I came on for support in case you needed any support in the beginning, but I do have to go though. So I probably won't be.
No wahala from Nigeria, no problem.
No wahala.
All right. All right, cool. All right.
But this is a really great exercise, Doc. I think it's a good idea to get people's barriers down and comfortable with the process of trying and tweaking till it's a comfortable process that just rolls off easy peasy. So this is really, really great initiative. I applaud you. And I applaud every single person on this call who will put on that brave, courageous face and just jump in there and participate. So this is really good, Doc. And I'm sorry I have to go, but next week, let's see if I can get one or two people to call for everybody.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Cool. So thank you very much for those kind words, Bridget. Really appreciate you. And thank you for showing up and support.
Indeed.
So I have online with me, Doc. Yes.
So go ahead, Doc. We're listening.
Okay. Hi. Good afternoon, Antonia. How are you?
I'm fine.
Yes. Well, I hope all is well with you and your family. Right. Yes. So we met at Northern Caribbean University, and I'm very excited about an opportunity that I wish to share with you, Antonia. And how do you feel about your financial standing now, financial security of your family? Hello, Antonia?
Okay, I can hear you properly now.
Yes. How do you feel about financial matters, the financial security of yourself and your family at this time?
Not bad, I say. With the current career my husband has, but for me, it's a little bit of a challenge because I am not. Our financial security is falling majorly on my. It's okay, but we're working to make sure that
could also, contribute in the financial aspects to make it a little bit less bothersome. But for you, okay.
Yes. Antonia, what if I could share with you an opportunity for you to be able to participate in the financial market and to make potentially a good contribution to the family's financial welfare, well-being? Would you?
That would be great.
Yes. I want to share with you a video which gives you a lot of background, a lot of insightful information. It's only 24 minutes, but I will need you to respond, to watch it and to respond, to let me know if this is something that would interest you. If you're interested, then I'm going to facilitate a conference call with you and one of our leaders, in this area. Yes. So are you game?
I am 100%
Yes. Yeah. Alrighty. So I'm going to be sending you shortly that video, and you get back to me as soon as possible, but definitely before the end of business tomorrow, so I can arrange that conference call. And Antonio, invite your husband along. Invite your husband along as well to take a listen. So thank you for your time, and right, and continue to have a good evening.
Thank you, man. You too.
Okay.
Well done,
Over.
Doc.
Over.
Wow. All right. So that's really just the power of shadow, right? So we're here shadowing you. And you've shown others how to do this. And the difference between the first one and the second one is quite vast, right?
Yes.
You hit all the points, all the key points. You didn't go into, too much about what the business is about. Give me a second. Yeah, you didn't go too much into what the business is about, and that's great. That's one of the key things about doing this and doing it successfully, right? So I really want to just commend you on that. You did really well, really well with that. Really well with that, man.
Yes, thank you, sir.
All right, wonderful. So I know others here would have benefited from that as well. I'm just gonna do, anyone else wants to do one? Thank you, Doc, you did two. Bridget attempted one. And what these are, everyone, is our, I see one or two people came on a little late. But what we're doing here is that we are prospecting. We're making the prospecting calls to introduce people to our opportunity. And, this is an area that a lot of people kind of struggle with at the beginning in making these calls, right? And this is the key aspect of how you're going to grow your business. Peak interest, show the presentation, do a three-way call. So Doc has already set up that prospect for the three-way call after she watched the video. She already set that up. So when the next step after the video is clear, so when she's gonna, or the only thing I'll probably throw in there, Doc, is that you could have asked her, when are you gonna watch it? So that way you have a clear, you're not calling to say, you watch it yet. She says she's gonna watch it today. If she said that, then you could schedule a three-way call for tomorrow, but she already said she's gonna watch it today. Or this evening, right?
Yes.
So that's the only addition, just to ask, so when are you gonna watch it? And then that way you'll be able to come off of that call with a clear indication of when next you're gonna have a conversation with her and your leader. And it's already set the stage. So well done.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so anyone else wants to give it a try? Garby, you want to give it a try? Do you have a phone and a laptop together? Yeah, are you on the Zoom on a laptop? When you have four or two instruments, you could make a call on one and be on the Zoom with another. You want to give a try? What about Jordan? Are you on 2 instruments? Do you have a phone and 2 instruments, Jordan, where you could be on 1 instrument and make a call on another? Jump off mute and answer me, or you could put it in the chat.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, I've been making calls since Dr. Sonia was on the second one, but I haven't gotten any responses so far. I've made a total of 6 calls already, but nobody's picked up.
Okay. All right. Good. Good. But what did you get out of? What did you get out of the interaction that we had with Dr. Copeland? What did you get out of that?
Well, just keep it short and simple, I think. Don't expose too much information. You just want to pique their interest and ask if they're interested, and then you show the presentation, like sending the video.
Okay. All right. Okay. Nice. 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 All right. So Kair, welcome. I see you're saying you only have 1 device. I got it. You won't be able to do the call. So that's fine.
But I do have a question. I came in at the very last end when Doc was finishing up a call, which I think was wonderful, precise, and decisive. She mentioned, excuse me, she mentioned a 24-minute video. I only have a 6-minute video that I have access to. Where would we find that 20-minute overview video that would spark the interest to the customer or potential partner?
I'm sending that to you right now.
Perfecto.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And on that 3-way conference call, that's the key element to making success of this, right?
Yes, sir.
Doing the 3-way call after they have watched the video. Or whether it's the 6-minute or the 24. Most of us neglect to do that. And the person tell you that, oh, you know, I like it, I'm excited about the opportunity. Regardless of what they say, oh, they have questions, it wasn't clear, you want to move to the 3-way call. So you don't want to always get your prospect on a 3-way conference call after they have done watch the video. So we find out when they're going to watch the video. So if it's going to be this evening, we're clear that is. Oh, Jordan, did he get through to somebody? You want to say something?
No, I'm still calling.
Okay, cool. All right, so we do that, right? You find out when they're going to watch the video. They said they're going to watch it this evening. You say, all right, great. All right, when you're done, give me a call. And if they don't reach back to you, you reach out to them, and then you set up the 3-way conference call. You know, sometimes they just go straight for it. They just go straight for the 3-way conference call right after they've watched it, right?
Even if they've, because when I was listening to the training of the trainers the other day, Brother Mickle was saying that if the person doesn't have anything vital that they've said in response to watching the video, he doesn't even want to get on a 3-way with them. So shouldn't we get some type of feedback from them to let us know that they have watched the video?
Yeah, what he's saying in that, because I remember that training, he's saying that if the person has not watched the video, you don't put them on a 3-way call, meaning that you want them to go through a presentation. They've seen a presentation. The person must have seen a presentation, whether it's the video, attend a Zoom, have some understanding of what the business is about, so that when we're doing the 3-way call, we're not doing the presentation on the 3-way call.
I can appreciate that. I thought we had to get some feedback from the person we sent the video to make sure they've even watched the video. Because some people say, yeah, I watched the video, and then you talk to them, they're like, okay, well, what's this about again? I'm like, hold on, you didn't take 5 minutes out to check the video. So now what I've done before I even set up a 3-way, I want to get some feedback from them to see what they've seen, what they find vital in the video, so then I know we're having a conversation on something they've actually watched. But you're saying sometimes, as long as they've watched it, just set up a 3-way call.
Yeah, because here's why. It's not the person's buying decision is about having enough information. So somebody will watch the video and they do not get a clear understanding of it, or something wasn't clear, or they have a concern. And if you try to get into a conversation with them about it, you're going to limit your progress, because people need to hear third-party validation. They need
No, I
somebody
agree with
apart
that,
from
Coach.
us.
I definitely agree with
Yes.
that. I agree with
Yeah.
that.
So
I was trying to see if we should get some feedback, but you're saying I wasn't trying to get the feedback to expound on what they saw. I would get the feedback to let me know they had some valid questions or concerns, but they actually watched the video. So now we're having a real conversation and I'm not wasting anybody's time, whether my upline or their time. I want to make sure we're on the same page, but I understand where you're coming from with it.
all right. So the next, so it treat it like treat the PS3 process like a conveyor belt,
Yes, sir.
right? Peak interest is the first part, show the presentation, the second part, third part is a three-way call. Now, what should you get from them? What information do you need to get from them? The information that you should get from them is asking them this very basic question. What did you like best about the video or
Yes.
about the
Yes.
opportunity? What did you like best?
Yes.
You could, if you want to add to it, is it to learn how to trade and make money? Is it to build a business and make money? Or would you like to earn all of the money? So if we, right, so if we ask them that question, you know, what did you like best? So when Dr. Copeland calls back Antonio and also calls back the other gentleman, the question should be, what did you like best?
Correct. Correct.
Right. If we ask the person what do they think, our human mind is designed to protect us, right? So whenever you ask somebody what do they think, the human mind is going to present fears, concerns. It's going to say what could go wrong. What's the worst thing that could happen here? That's how the human mind works. So if we ask the person what do they think, we're setting up ourselves for them to tell us all the various challenges that they saw that could happen to them. But if you ask the person what did they like best, it forces the human mind to now go think about what was good about the opportunity. Some people still, even after asking what did they like best, will still tell you something negative. But most people will generally say, oh, you know what, man, I like this, I like that, I like this, I like that, right? So it's very important to do that. If you skip that out, we get into what do you think, and we get into a conversation with them, we're going to slow ourselves down. And then once you heard what do they like best, they'll tell you, oh, I didn't understand it. It wasn't clear. They say, okay, all right. I'd like to give you an opportunity to meet one of the top leaders in the community that can help to bring around some clarity about what it is that we're doing and how it works and so forth, and help to answer your questions. And then we'll move to the three-way call. So we get the three-way call done, and then during the three-way call, we'll be able to identify gaps, and so forth and so forth. Right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, great stuff, man. Great stuff. Good questions, your career. Appreciate that. All right. So, So anyone else who is able to do a call? Jordan, I know you're still trying. I don't know if you got through, but that's fine. Victor said when he gets to space. What about you, Scola? Are you in a position to try a call where you could unmute and then do the call on one instrument and let us hear you do the call? Are you in a position to do that? All right. So let me go ahead now and do some. I'll do them real quick. All right. I'm going to log into my phone here on Zoom. And I'm going to show you my screen so you can see what I'm doing.
Recording in progress.
So we're doing this live, right? So I love doing it real. So we're not just talking about this thing theoretically. All right, so I'd actually sent the presentation to this lady already, but I want to do a prospecting call. So I'm going to look now have my list ready, because here's the thing about that. You want to have a list ready, right? So I have a list ready, but you could see I have a lot of contacts. If you look, you see I have thousands of contacts, right? So I built up my contacts over time, so I have a lot of people I can call. All right, so let's just see this person, Sir King from our group. Sure, that means. But all right, I can't remember who this is, but I'm gonna call anyway. If I get an answer, I get an answer. If not, that's okay. All right. The next person up is, oh, and what I do, here's my message. Let me see. Like, I can't remember who this person is. So what I'll do is I will send a message like this. Not this one. Okay, here is somebody. All right, great. All right. So we're not getting through to that line for some reason. Right? It says ringing, but I'm not hearing it ringing. So it's not ringing. So what I'll do is I'll send a message to the person. It's a nice greeting, you know, excellent day, bang, from the all as well in your family, how are you doing today? And then this is Dr. Harry Benjamin. We met a few years ago while I was living in Nigeria. I don't remember where I met that person. So I just say that, and then I'll wait for them to get back to me, all right? You could see I did that here, and then this person got back to me. And I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna reach back out to them and discuss what, ask them if they're interested in taking a look at the opportunity. And then, you know, I don't get through, I'm not getting through to this person. All right, that line is just not ringing. So we'll go to the next one. Oh, books are paid. All right, so that person is not on WhatsApp, and I'm in the US. I'm not going to make a long distance call for that. Let's keep moving. Be Mary. All right, Oba Mary. All right, let's try to see if we get through to this one. See if this rings. Great, it's ringing. All right, so let's see if we get the answer here. The Oba Mary. We met that 4 points. We can get through to that person. Yeah, that one not getting through. Okay, so I'll just leave a message, all right, and then I'll move on to the next prospect. Okay, don't waste any time, all right, because success loves speed. So we have to move to the next person quickly. We don't want to be pining over, and I don't bother to skip over names. I just go from one name to the next. So I don't think about, you know, is this person a good prospect? Not, you know, I don't bother to do that. I just call one person after the other, right, to identify people who may be interested in being a part of what we're doing, because I can't make them interested. They have to be interested. So all I have to do is to just simply go through my contacts and share it with people, and the ones who are ready for this, the ones who are going to be interested in being a part of what we do, they'll raise their hand. Right? Okay, that one is not ringing. Maybe the network for one reason or the other. So, okay, great. We'll get the answer here. Obi?
Hello?
Hey, hi, Obi. How are you? Hi, this is Dr. Harry Benjamin. You and I met about 6 years. It's been a while. An excellent evening to you. How are you and your family doing?
Yeah, fine.
Oh, we're doing very well. Very grateful for everything. Yeah, it's been years. We're currently now based in Houston. Yeah. So So how are you? How are you dealing with the? Are you firstly? Are you in Nigeria? Okay. So how have you been dealing with the high inflation, the hyperinflation? How has that? How has that been? You're pushing it. Nice, nice. You know, what helped me in 2020 is that I got introduced to a business that allowed for us to earn US dollars. And it really made a huge difference for my family and many families. We have some really great success stories, you know, in different countries, including Nigeria. So are you open to earning some US dollar income?
What kind of business is that?
All right, there's a 24-minute video presentation that I'd like to send to you for you to watch. And then once you've watched it, I'd love to give you a chance to meet the #1 leader in Nigeria so you can ask your questions and so forth. And also hear his very powerful testimony.
Okay, when I see the video then.
All right, when can you watch it?
I'll send it, I will watch it later because I'm in the hospital now, just lost a brother.
Wow. So my empathy is to you and your family. I affirm that God's peace and strength is going to surround you and everybody affected by the transition of your loved one. Okay?
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. But I'll send you the information and then I'll reach out to you tomorrow to see how you're doing. And then if you're cool, I will give you a chance to meet our #1. Okay?
Okay, no problem.
All right. God bless you.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye. All right. Any questions, anyone? Any questions, comments?
No questions here.
Anyone else? Any questions, any comments about that call? I'm gonna send her the video now, 24-minute video. I got when she's gonna watch it. When is she gonna watch it? Anybody wants to come off mute and tell me when did she say she's gonna watch it?
I had a hard time hearing it because it sounded as if she said she just lost her brother. So I don't know when she's gonna watch it.
Yeah, she did say, anybody heard? Anybody heard? Yeah, she did say that. Anybody heard? It's a brother, not her brother, a brother.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
Yeah, so, but anyone else wants to say when did she say she was gonna watch it? Anyone?
I think she said she was gonna watch it later.
Correct. She said she's gonna watch it later. Correct. Correct. Right. All right. So yeah, so because I got when she's gonna watch it, you know, and then that's when she told me that she had this challenge of, you know, losing a loved one, right? Dealing with. But you know, notwithstanding, it sounds like it's not her brother. It's not her biological brother. You know, and we have to be keen enough to discern, you know, where people are, you know, because she was open to looking at the business before she mentioned that to me. But nonetheless, you know, I expressed empathies about it, you know, offered a prayer, and you know, life goes on, man. We're gonna get hit, all of us.
Yes.
Right. Okay, cool. So all right, so good. All right. So any other comments, any questions about that process? All right, so good. So we got another person exposed. So the next step is to do a 3-way conference call, right? And then this gentleman, he said Wednesday, so he can't do the call. No. Already. Well, next week we could do some 3-way calls where you are going to attempt to do 3-way calls with the persons that you have exposed. And we could see if we could do 1 or 2 online. Go ahead, Dr. Copeland.
Yes, Doc. The 24-minute video, could you send it for me? I thought we had it, but I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, I'm going to send it to you right now, Doc. I'll send it
Thank
to you.
you.
Okay, good. So, so with that done, any questions, Garby? Or you know, Garby in the UK, how are you doing there? Any questions coming out of today? All right. Go to Andre. Andre, all right. I know you've been making calls, right? I'm not going to push you. But Scola, can you unmute for me? Okay, Scola, are you in a position to be unmuting? I won't ask you to make a call. I won't push you there, but you know, we all need to make some more calls. We all need to expose. What I recommend you do, each and every one, is to expose everybody in your phone. All right, expose each and every prospect in your phone. You know, eventually, go ahead, Scola. You're just unmuted.
I said I'm sorry. I was unmuted. I didn't even know.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so I thought you wanted to comment or ask a question. But I just wanted to make sure that we're each and every one of us is clear. So going into the next week, right? Make some calls, everyone. All right, set a goal that, you know, by the end of this week, I wanna have everybody here achieve a new 3 and free. If you have not done it, if you have not done it before, get your 3 and free done. Right, so the next month you have free membership. That's key. We don't want you to pay anything out of your pocket apart from the first payment you made. If you're new, that's the goal. We also want to help each and every one to get to 500, 1,000, 2,000, eventually $10,000 a month as we're building things up. And this is week 4 in the series. And we went through a lot already. Okay, we have been able to now start to do some. Today we did a couple of live calls, and that was great. I want to commend those of you who did the calls, and great, Jordan, that you're attempting to make those calls. I don't know if you got through to anybody while I was doing mine, but the next step is to do that 3-way conference call. Right, so I'm going to be reaching out to my prospect tomorrow to do that 3-way call, plus others. I'll be making a few more prospecting calls after I jump off of here. And let me share with you why you do that. You want to stack up your pipeline with prospects. What happens is that if we wait for just a handful of people to get back to us, you're not going to have momentum. For you to have momentum, you need a large number of people moving with you at the same time. And we need people who are willing to move with us, not people who we have to convince, cajole, for them to, twist their arm behind them, for them to come and be with us. No, we want people who are interested in making money so that we can make money together. And also on the trading side of things, right? As I mentioned to you last week, right? We're gonna get into some of that as well. But my first goal is to help us in the team, for those who are interested in residual income, is to grow our weekly income. That's the first target. So Doc, I know you're gonna sign up 2 new people this week, possibly 3, right? Dr. Copeland, I just feel like something was unlocked for you today. I don't know if it was, but that's my sense. Putting you on the spot to do those calls.
You're very perceptive. Yeah, I had to overcome that inertia, and we did it this evening. Thank you.
Awesome. I'm glad for that. I was glad for that. So just keep it up, Doc. Don't slow down, right? You just keep, because here's the thing: if you get 6 people enrolled this week, just think about what that's going to do for your business. Just think about it, right? That's going to give you some. That's going to give you some momentum. If you get 3 people enrolled, 4 people enrolled this week, then it gives your business juice, and your business starts to roll. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden, your business starts to pick up. And if you have 3 or 4 people that you enroll this week, and next week Sunday they're on the call with us, just think about what that's going to do for your business. So remember, guys, if you come alone to this training, you'll learn a lot. If you come by yourself to this training every Sunday, you'll learn a lot. If you bring team members to this training, you'll earn a lot. Okay? If you come alone to the training, you'll learn a lot. Right? If you come with team members, you'll earn a lot. So over the course of this week, peak interest, show the plan, 3-way calls. Let's get new members aboard. And then next week, you and your new members are on the call, and we're diving in. And every week we're going to dive in more and more. And there's a lot more to cover. But right now we're just going into the very basics of PS3. We're not going to too much personal development at this moment, but we're definitely going to get into that. We're definitely going to be getting into that more, because as we do this process, it's going to bring up, some of the emotions associated with doing this process, and personal development and growth is key in that, helping us to navigate our way through that. So I want to celebrate everybody that came today. Appreciate each and every one of you being here, and thank you for your time. I like to keep this call under an hour. Right, so hopefully, and sometimes we go a little bit over, but I think we got close to an hour today. All right, we're pretty much smack bam on an hour today. All right, any last questions, any last comments before we shut it down?
This is a comment, you know, we appreciate you, Dr. Harry, for your time, your energy, and your zeal to make us all successful. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Doc. Thank you for your kind words. And I'm grateful to see you overcome the inertia. And boom, 2 people line up now. From all of a sudden, like, where did that come from, right? Boom. Okay. All right. Nice. And we're going to have more. So let's push it, Doc. Let's see if we can get 4 new people in your team this week. That's going to give your business a big boost. You know, that's going to boost the business big time. All right. Great. All right. Thank you very much. Go ahead, Kair.
Yes, I just want to thank you for your time. And Dr. Copeland, thank you for extending your time to share with us some of the initial things that may come up for us new beginners who are trying to build our business. It was quite insightful and it was actually inspirational. So Doctor, thank you. And Dr. Harry, thank you for putting this together to help streamline this whole process for myself and then the team that I'm going to build.
You're welcome.
Yes, you're welcome.
All right. Okay, guys. Blessings, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evening. And we will see each other at the top of life. Everybody here deserves to be there. All right. Love you all. Bye-bye.